So back right before I started self-improvement, like somewhere in the winter of 2021, a day in my life would be consumed by doing bad habits. Like for example, I would wake up, I would like eat sugary breakfast, I would already be tired waking up, I would go to school and I would play games in all the classes because like high school was kind of easy for me. So I would just like play games the whole day. Then I would come home and play some more video games with friends, and then maybe I would like have some football training, and otherwise I would like watch some porn and eat junk food. Like that would be a normal day in my life, and I didn't even know it was like bad for me back then. And then I started self improvement, and I learned about how all these things are actually bad for you and what you actually should be doing. And a couple months into self improvement, I've gotten into the concept of a dopamine detox. And I've learned self improvement is not only by adding things, but the biggest part of self improvement was about sacrificing things. In this case, like the bad habits. I needed to sacrifice like junk food, video games, and like watching stupid series and watching porn, and it's all deleting all these things out of my life would make me so much more progress than adding anything into it, because that is what I've been doing until then with self-improvement. That is when it clicked to me, like the reason I felt so shitty and tired and lazy, and I would wake up and I would feel like doing nothing, like nothing could get me hyped to do it. And it was all because I just fucked up my dopamine levels. Because dopamine is like the molecule in your body that gives you motivation to do something. And it will spike up when you have a big motivation to do something. For example, um, if you're doing a bad habit and you're really motivated and you really wanted to watch porn, like the desire to watch porn is really there, your dopamine will spike up, and when you have done it, it will come crashing down, and it will come crashing down like below the baseline you've set before. So not only like is your spike gone, your baseline will set lower. So we have so you will have like less dopamine to do anything other in life. And it's a fucking shame they don't teach you this in like schools or something, because it is so important. People all over the world feel shitty. If you can somewhat relate to the day I've just mentioned, your dopamine levels are fucked. You don't have any motivation, probably not low levels of testosterone. You will feel tired all the time. You have symptoms of depression, of anxiety, and no one is teaching you this. So that is very important. It is taught. And I'm very lucky I came across it, and now I want as many people to know about it as I can. So, how do you fix this? How do you fix the dopamine levels in your brain and fix your life? First off, there's like different ways you can get dopamine. You have the instant gratification way and the delayed gratification way. The instant gratification thing is like you want to do something right now and you do it and you get an instant spike of dopamine. And it is like the porn, the junk food, the series, the video games, the social media, the scrolling, spiking the dopamine, and what I just said, crashing it below your baseline. Then you have delayed gratification. That is where you, for example, go to the gym and have a really intense hard workout. And it is fucking painful in the beginning, and your dopamine will actually kind of go down first a bit because it is very hard and you're not really feeling like doing it. But after you've done it, you feel kind of good. You feel kind of good about yourself. You feel kind of a bit more energy and you feel just like a bit better. And that's because now your dopamine will go down a bit first and then come up below, above your baseline, and your baseline will go up. So you want to cut out as much of the instant gratification things and get in more of the delayed gratification things, things that feel hard right now but are good for you. Just like cold showers, a workout, doing some hard work or studying. So what I want you to do right now is pause the video for a minute and think about what are the instant gratification things I do now I need to delete from my life. Think about it right now. There's one thing that you actually know you should be quitting right now, but your brain is defending it. That is one habit you need to quit the most. There's always, with every single one habit your brain starts defending. It starts scoping and finding a way to defend it, like to make it sound productive, but that's the one you're really addicted to. For me, it always was like junk food. I would always cope with it, and I was like bulking, and I would say like, I need to get my calories in, so a bit of junk food is okay. It isn't. It's the one habit I couldn't keep under control for a very, very long time. And there's one habit in your mind that your brain starts going to because it's addicted. Really make an effort to quit that exact habit. Try to delete all the other the instant gratification habits you wrote down. Try to get them out of your life. And I know it is not easy. I've done it myself. And there is one mindset you need to avoid. And that's the mindset of like thinking in streaks. It's also a big mistake in like NoFap or something. Thinking in streaks. For example, you have set the goal to not to watch porn. So you don't want to watch porn, but you're addicted. So after 3 days, you relapse. The streak mindset would say you've lost all your benefits, all your progression is gone. You're at day 0 now. And it will feel so demotivating that you decide to stop trying to quit porn. Another mindset, you think in months or years. For example, you try to quit porn again. You watch porn one time every single day. Now, the first month you try to quit it, you've watched it 15 times a month instead of 30 times a month. That's a big progress. But the streaks would say you're at day 0 again because the last day of the month you've relapsed. But 15 times instead of 30 times is a big, big progress. And the next month you only relapse 10 times, and then 5 times, and then 3 times. And you keep going down every month. See the difference? You're not going to quit all these addicting habits just instantly. Companies have perfected like these porn apps and TikTok and Instagram and video games for years, trying to make them as addictive as possible. Junk food is all these weird chemicals that keeps you eating more. It is you against these multi-million-dollar companies. So it's not an easy battle. And you have my respect if you take on a battle and try to win. So you will relapse, but try to keep relapsing less and less. And eventually you will not do this for a year or 2 years or 3 years. This will become a lifestyle, like a dopamine detox lifestyle. And the first 2-3 weeks will be very hard. You will need to get through them because your dopamine baseline is very low and you can't spike them all the time with these instant gratification habits. But if you can get through it, your baseline will keep going up and you will actually start to feel happy and energetic again. You will actually start to enjoy all these little things in life again. And it's one of the most beautiful transformations I've personally gone through. And I want you to know about it too. Because it's a shame that these things are just not taught in like schools anymore or ever. But there's such a big problem in modern day society. And I'm lucky I found out about this. So I want you to have that advantage as well. I hope you can win this battle. Good luck.